My name is Gil,
I'm Drew.
and we're doing a
TV review.
Hey, we're on the
That's
same
nice,
page, y'all. All right.
Now you owe me a soda.
Oh, shoot. All right. Anyways, so today's TV review is Disenchantment.
Yeah.
And what is it about?
Disenchantment is a story of Bean, Elfo, and Lucy. They are going around in this medieval Middle Earth world, getting into misadventures, and it's from the creator Matt Groening.
The Simpsons and Futurama.
Two fantastic shows. I love those shows. I grew up on The Simpsons, and once I got a TV
Same.
in my room, I watched the hell out of Futurama until they took it off the air, and then brought it back, and then they ended it again. But we're not here to talk about those shows. We're here to talk about Disenchantment.
And my thoughts, I liked it. It was cute. I mean, some of the jokes didn't land it. Like it should, Some fell flat, but there's some other ones that I really love. Really laughed a lot.
That's one of the things about the first season of a TV show. You're always trying to find like the footing. You're always trying to find like what you need to do. You're trying out new things. You don't really know what works and what doesn't. Mm-hmm. That definitely happens with Disenchantment.
Especially with Elfo when he leaves. Oh, spoilers. When he leaves his, let's say, his land.
Oh yeah, Elfworld.
Yeah, and he goes to the unknown.
I thought Elfworld was fantastic. That's one of the
so funny. Yeah,
that's one of the best things about this show. I like Futurama. It's all about world building here. Mm-hmm. You end up having these different kingdoms, these different areas and spots of the Disenchantment universe that you're going to end up exploring with every other episode.
Which is a Netflix original.
Yeah, like that's another thing. This is also a Netflix original, so therefore you get the entire season at once. So that really works to the show's, like, at least it doesn't hurt it at all. One of the best things about this show, given the fact that it is its first season and it's still trying to go through growing pains, it definitely picks up towards the second half. Mm-hmm. If I was watching this week to week, I don't think I probably would have stuck with it as much as I wanted to.
And that's probably one of the main reasons why these shows are like this, because now you can see it all at once instead of waiting week by week. Because you know how television has evolved now. Us as a consumer, we just want everything all at once, and then wait for the next. So that's probably why
I'm greedy.
Right, correct. That's why it was in the beginning. It was like, okay, this is our basic. You can say basic. Attributes. Like
basic framework.
Framework, correct. Yeah. Of the hero's journey. They go into the unknown, and then the not your typical princess that doesn't want to get married.
There's definitely archetypes and there's definitely cliches, especially when it comes down to Matt Groening shows. If you're a fan of Matt Groening at all, if you've watched The Simpsons, if you watch Futurama, there are going to be certain things about this show that you're going to be like, I've seen that. I feel like they've done better in this show or that show. But definitely stick with it. It's definitely worth watching. I will say this: there are some inconsistencies with this show.
I agree.
It's as much as they want to put a lot of things on world building. There's sometimes there will be certain things or certain actions that the characters do that you would think would have a bigger impact on the world itself, but sadly it doesn't. There's one recurring kingdom that they're trying to not go to war with, and like in the 7th episode they go to that world. I
think they go to war.
Yeah, they do. They actually do.
Well, they don't catch up on that like later on.
Yeah, like they don't say anything about it. They kind of just brush it off to the side, and then the final episode comes around, which is great. It's
great, but as I was watching. And, spoiler alerts, Bean's mom comes back to life.
Yeah, Dagmar,
and then as I was watching the show, I was predicting that she was not good. I was like,
you see,
iffy,
something was up there. I was really trying to figure out what the hell was up. Once it actually shows itself, I'm like, all right, then that actually makes a lot more sense. Some of the best things about this show is the voice casting. You have Abby Jacobs of Broad City. She's funny in everything she does. She's funny here. Eric Andre, I love the Eric Andre show. Almost everything that he does. I've been watching Man Seeking Woman recently, and that show's fucking fantastic. But he's great as Lucy. You have Nat Faxon, who plays Elfo,
He's my favorite.
who's definitely a standout. He was a little bit of, I'll say this, it gets a little bit overbearing after a while, but after it really starts to pull itself back, and he kills it.
Like, I thought Elfo was an interesting take of, I don't want to be happy, I want to be sad and miserable, I want to taste this misery life and whatnot. I thought that was just hilarious.
Him going through war and him walking into like a random like peasant's house, being so nice and then getting kicked out because he's too damn nice is like one of the funniest gags to me.
Oh yeah, he's like, you're too nice, go away.
We are humble people. Get the hell out. No, but it's a really funny show, and not only do you get those three, you also get a lot of people coming back from previous Simpsons from the previous shows that Matt Groening's done, like The Simpsons, like Futurama. You get Joe DiMaggio, he comes back. Billy West, he comes back as well. Like, the whole gang is back here.
Yeah.
Like, it's, as a matter of fact, Joe DiMaggio plays one of my favorite characters on the show, Zog.
Oh yeah. He's funny. Yeah.
If anything, Zog is like one of the funniest characters on that show for me. It's like I said, this show itself, it goes through the growing pains of a season one, but stick with it. The payoff's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I mean, for what it was, the finale of the season, I'm like really excited to see what they want to do next. Because now it's like the family is split. There's a war. Probably they're gonna touch up on that war. So it's like a three country war, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
because the mom had her minions. Then the dad has no one because obviously she turned everybody into
everyone in stone. It's Medusa.
They're all shit. And then,
Medusa shit.
And then his second wife goes back to her country. And then obviously there was like a war.
Hopefully they go to war this time. I mean, last time they declared war, they didn't do anything. So let's see what's going to happen.
They're probably preparing,
They're probably preparing.
Yeah. All right. So what's your take? Since you're a fanatic of Matt Groening, so I'll give you that.
I mean, Matt Groening is always fantastic in what he does. I definitely have faith in what he has planned for the season 2. The second half of this show really picks up. There's definitely choices that he decides to make, and if he ends up sticking to his guns, I feel like we're really into a really, really enjoyable, really, really fun show to watch. I'm giving it a 7 for the first season.
Okay. 7 out of 10?
Yeah, 7 out of 10. Like I said, there's definitely inconsistencies. I have my own gripes with it, but it doesn't take away from the overall enjoyment that I had for the show. When it goes into full effect, you end up getting stuff like the Hansel and Gretel gag in episode 5. You end up getting things like the entire little Indiana Jones nod that they had in episode 7, which is probably my favorite episode. It's as long as the show goes doesn't limit itself to the world that it's created, I feel like this show could be the next big thing.
Yeah,
if anything, it could be in the same realm as a Futurama because it's definitely it definitely has the potential to be.
I mean, he's a good writer, so
yes,
I have no doubt that. Me, I'll go a little higher because of the whole. I like the fantasy realm and all the references that this show made, like the Wizard of Oz and all that stuff. So I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, it has its problems, but me, as a consumer, I really enjoy a lot of things and hate less of it,
Yeah, that's...
So, yeah, it has its problems, but I feel like I enjoyed it a lot more than hating it.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, if anything, I was...
Oh, I'm not saying you're hating it, but I'm you were critical about it, which is good. But for me, I thought, it was cute. It has fantasy, so I love fantasy, and then, an elf, a demon, and a human.
Oh, no, it's the perfect trio.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, all right, cool.
It's the dream team.
Yeah. All right, folks. Thank you for joining us. And if you like any suggestions or anything, just comment below.
Let us know.
Yeah. And Follow us on social media: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that cool stuff.
Yeah, we always want to hear from you. Let us know what you guys have to say, and have a good day.
See you guys later.